Hello, listeners. This is Bob from Bob's Short Story Hour, a podcast that features an eclectic array of short story recitations from both classic and contemporary authors, as well as occasional interviews and discussions about both. You can learn more by visiting us at bobshortstoryhour.com or find us anywhere that you listen to podcasts. Thanks for listening, everyone. Have a good night.
Hi Terras, I'm Teresa.
And I'm Rachel.
And you're listening to Terra Stralis. This episode was meant to be a video recording as well, but I'm having a bit of difficulties with my phone and the amount of storage it doesn't have, because we don't have an actual camera.
Or it thinks it doesn't have.
I literally paid $5 for 200 gigabytes of iCloud, and it's like, oh, you don't have any. It's like, fuck me.
It literally says, your iCloud storage is full, and then it says click manage, and you click manage, and there's not, like, you haven't used anything.
There's nothing in there.
Nothing.
There's 3 gigabytes full of 200.
That's ridiculous.
I'm big mad. So, I did want to, like, video record this, because this case, there's a few moments where you're like, okay, and I wanted to get Rachel's reaction. I thought it would be funny, and I thought you guys would like it, but oh well, you just have to hear her silently giggle, I guess.
Or just the dead air.
Dead air.
What?
Yeah.
I don't remember this. I've heard of him because I feel like everybody has, but
Yeah.
I don't actually know it. Because a lot of the times I listen to Bailey Sarian while I'm doing other stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't actually, like, pay attention, really.
Yeah. I haven't actually been listening to a lot of true crime podcasts lately. I've been listening to Ladies and Tangents. I've told you this.
Yeah.
But I fucking love Ladies and Tangents at the moment.
They are very funny.
Fucking hilarious. There's been multiple times where I've almost had to pull over while driving because I almost pissed myself laughing.
That was my
listening to
goal
them.
for our podcast.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Do you see why I look up to them so much?
Yeah.
They're so fucking funny. They're the ones who inspired me to want to do the video recordings as well. So, Sierra, Jerry, you'll probably never see this, but I love you so much. But yes, let's dive into the case. This is probably going to be a bit of not a shorter case, but it'll be under an hour.
Please tell the people why you picked this case.
Oh, I will. So, I have 4 books at home that if I don't have a lot of time, which I don't lately, if I don't have a lot of time to just sit down, pick a serial killer and do the research online, I pick one of these books and I go through the list of names and I go, that one looks like a cool name, and then I choose that one. And that's what I did with this case, because his name is Wee Gaskins. And I saw that and I was like, wow, comedy!
Literally just the name. See, I have to
Just
read.
like the name.
I have to read about the case because I need to know, like, if it interests me. That's why I get more ideas from, like, reading a book. So, like, I'll read a book first, and then whichever cases, like, struck me, I'll cover them.
See,
I did that with
feel
Fred
like
and Rosemary West.
I can't do that. There's a case that I've been trying to do for weeks. It's the Lisa McVeigh. I know everything about that case. I've read about it, I've listened to podcasts about it, I've watched the movie. But when I sit down to actually write it, I can't. But for cases where I go in where I just know the bare fucking minimum, I can smash it out in a day.
See, I'm not like that.
I am.
Like,
it's
that's
so weird.
Yeah.
Like, me wanting to know what puts them behind bars or how it all ends and all that, that's what keeps me writing and keeps me doing the research.
So you, like, learn while you're researching?
Yes.
See, I do that as well,
The
but, like,
only
I
case that I haven't done that with are, like, the cases that I did on TikTok, but I didn't do as much research. And a case that I'll be doing in a few weeks' time, the Somerset Man.
Yeah.
I already knew most things to do with that case, but I just had to refresh him.
Yeah, see, I in general watch a lot of true crime and listen to a lot of true crime, as well as talking about it. So, I've got some of my episodes from listening to Morbid. I like see cases watching Bailey Sarian or Bella Fiore. Like I see cases and I'm like, I didn't even know that that was a thing.
Yeah.
And then I'll research them more in depth because quite honestly, like especially on YouTube, not so much podcasts because podcasts go like deep into it.
Yeah.
But Bailey Sarian and Bella Fiore, their videos are fairly short and there's a lot that is left out, and I only know that because I was listening to Bella Fiore today on like about a case that I'm now researching.
Right.
And I've got a heap of stuff in there that I realised she didn't say in her video.
Right.
So like I'm realising YouTube videos generally aren't an hour and a half, and like with podcast episodes you can do two
so
parts.
Long to upload.
Well, yeah, exactly. And it's got like, what do you do while you're talking about that? Like with a podcast, it's I think a lot easier to like split it up and talk for longer.
Yeah.
Whereas a YouTube video, they do try to condense it a bit. So I see cases on YouTube and I'm like, oh, I want to learn more about that. But there's so many extra facts that I'm learning.
Yeah.
But I do need to know that I actually am interested in the case.
Yeah, I do. I just kind of jump in based off of the name. Cause
I wish that I could do that. Because Roger Rogerson is a cool name.
Yeah.
And that was one of our case suggestions, which it's a really cool case.
Yeah.
It's just not my type of case.
By the way, Tony, Tony's the one who recommended we do this case. Rachel started doing the research.
I really tried.
And she struggled, so now she's passing it on to me. So
Oh,
I have to sit down
really
and
wanted
do
to
it.
record it today.
Because it's exactly my type of case.
Yeah. Like it's... See, I go into very... This is so
Graphic?
bad. Yeah, like I go into
You
really
really
graphic
do.
cases.
Like the ones that scar you and we have to take a break from.
Because it
after.
like shocks me. Like it genuinely like shocks me to my core. Like it, like I can't... It's also the, oh my god, the fact that somebody did this
Yeah.
to another human. Like that just freaks me out. And like, yeah.
Well, my cases, I'm also just, did he know?
But then there's more... Like Roger Rogerson is more of a like uncovering secrets type thing, which
Yeah.
is like, and you love
Makes you
conspiracy
think.
theories.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing.
I do the type of cases that make you think.
Yeah. See, mine
This
is
isn't
like,
one of those cases, but
yeah.
I just thought it was. Yeah.
See, mine, I don't like unsolved cases. I fucking hate unsolved cases because I hate theorizing about what happened. I like the cases that it's like, this is what happened. It was real fucked up, but this is what happened.
Yeah.
Like, those are the cases.
See, I like the type of cases that aren't solved because then I sit there and I'm like, oh my god, the theories, the conspiracy theories, and I go down into a deep dark hole of the internet.
See, I hate the not knowing.
Love it.
Hate not knowing.
Gets me high.
Fun. Fun fact, I'm scared of the ocean.
Really?
Yeah.
My older brother is as well.
Because it's fear of unknown.
See, I'm afraid of the dark, and it's the same idea of fear of the unknown. But
Because I went to... Where did I go?
it also intrigues me.
Port Hughes?
No idea.
Somewhere like that.
I'm a gremlin. I don't go to the beach.
I went to a place.
Nice.
And there was really clear water and we went like fishing there. And I wasn't scared of being on a boat like at all because I could see the water. Like I
Yeah.
could see exactly what was underneath us.
Right.
It was really, really cool. But when it comes to things like rivers and stuff, which is funny because I grew up on the river, but just the fear of not knowing freaks me out. I'm also,
Like, there could be
I'm
a
also terrified
fucking
of the dark.
croc in there.
I'm also
Yeah.
terrified of the dark because I
Same.
can't see. Like it freaks me out.
Yeah. I used to always have to sleep with my ceiling light on for years.
Yeah.
Affected my sleep a lot. Yeah. Anyway. Wee Gaskins.
This is a very long intro.
Wee or Gaskins is presumed or like has claims that he is America's most prolific serial killer.
Really?
Yeah. Good old Wee Gaskins.
Not like Ted Bundy?
Yeah.
I guess, but prolific isn't
I-
well known though. That's not, that don't seem to
No,
do...
hang on. I forgot what prolific means.
Because only realised that recently, that prophilic... Prophilic?
Prophilic.
Wait, is that how it said? Prophilic?
Prolific, sorry.
I was going to
prolific.
say, I was like, that doesn't sound right. And I wasn't sure if we just said the word too many times where it
No.
started blending. But I only realised recently that it doesn't just mean well-known.
That definition is not right. Producing young or fruit, especially freely, fruitful. I don't think that's it.
Can you imagine?
Can you search it up? I'm gonna do my case.
Can you imagine if that was the word prolific? Like, there's all these serial killers just fruit picking?
Okay. That is... Okay, so... there are claims saying that he is America's most prolific serial killer. That is if you believe his account claiming that he has killed over 100 victims. Although that it was very clear that Gaskins was a cold-hearted serial killer, he was capable of committing... that's a spelling mistake. He was capable of killing in 2 distinctive murder profiles / kinds of murders. So, you know how like a serial killer normally has like one certain way of killing people? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna strangle you with a nylon cord. This guy had 2 ways. So one was he was a career criminal who purely did it for business. So there are a few cases in here where he was like hired like a hitman to kill people. And on the other hand, he was also a sex killer with no preference between man or woman and would just go in for sexual pleasure of it.
I think... So, where it says, like, producing much fruit, like, it's... And the other definitions, I think it's just saying present in large numbers or quantity. And... to repeatedly have successful attempts. So say someone who is consecutively killing people a large number of times. It's not... Prolific doesn't equal the most well-known. It just means like the most...
Successful attempts.
Yes,
right.
I guess so.
Okay.
I guess.
Fair enough. He was also known for being extremely street smart and... actually, I'll get into that in a little bit. He was extremely street smart. Sorry, I'm everywhere with these notes. What the fuck was I writing? Gaskins because a virtual killing machine? What the fuck? I feel like my notes every time I do an episode is so fucking bad. Moving on. Okay, so here's his childhood. He was born in South Carolina on March 31st, 1933, during the Depression. He was the last of a string of illegitimate children and grew up in a very neglectful household with a constant lineup of abusive stepfathers who would give him regular beatings.
Yeah.
So his mother had a bit of a habit of opening her legs, and a lot of children came out of that. None who were completely 100% related to one another.
Wow. So
yeah.
not a single...
I don't think so.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Not that there's anything wrong with that as long as you're caring for them.
No, there is nothing wrong with having multiple baby daddies, but at the same time, when you're neglecting them...
Yeah, that's not... That is where the issue is.
She was not a good mum at all. He was given the name Pee-wee due to his lack of height. At full height, he went to maybe, I think, 5'2". Rachel.
He's a little man!
His mother gave him this name, due to his height, but it got so bad where his mum would only call him Pee-wee, to the point where he didn't actually know his legal first name.
No.
Until he was in his mid-teens during a court trial. Or court appearance, sorry.
Mid-teens?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
This guy was like 14, 15, 16 before he knew his actual name. I thought you meant
like as he was learning his name, like as a toddler he only realised his name was when he was at like 5 or something.
No. When I say that his mum was neglectful and a bad mum,
so she probably only like addressed him like once a day, and when she did she would call him by his like...
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't even that. Like,
my god.
Weekly. His first name ended up being Donald.
Oh, okay. Glad we cleared that up.
The court case that brought his attention to his actual legal name was after a brief crime spree that included Gaskin, like, himself, as well as a couple of other school dropouts, sorry.
So
bad at
stupid
talking.
teenager shit.
Yeah. I mean, not really.
Oh.
No.
Do you know what it was?
Yes.
Oh.
Trigger warning.
Oh. I should have just waited.
These crimes included gang raping one of the members' sisters and a string of robberies.
I take back what I previously said.
Yeah, no, it wasn't just teenager shit. It was illegal shit that tormented people.
Oh.
They were arrested after a witness identified them to the police after surviving a brutal hatchet assault carried out throughout one of the burglaries.
Jesus
So
Christ.
they tried, like...
Literally killing someone.
Yeah. So they tried stealing shit from, like, this person and tried killing them, and this person survived and went, you know what?
That's
bitch.
at least assault with a deadly weapon.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Gaskins was sent to reform school where he was regularly raped by his fellow inmates.
There is never, and I mean fucking never, a time where the words reform school ever end up as anything less than future serial killer.
Yeah.
Every fucking time.
Yeah.
Every single time.
In 1951, when he turned 18, so this was all in his teens, he was released and briefly found work on a tobacco plantation, but was soon after arrested again for committing arson and for assaulting a woman with a hammer.
You could, like, the really sad thing is that you can see it. Like, you could see where this was going.
Yeah.
From the jump.
Yes.
Oh.
But, like, he's, like, back to the case, not the case, the episode I did on what makes a psychopath. He has the childhood trauma and he has the dominating mother.
That's what I'm saying, like...
The dominating and neglectful mother.
Like,
so,
you
like,
can see where it's
you can
going.
literally see
It
it.
just is so...
I would not be surprised if he got a whack on the head as well. Like, abusive stepfathers.
Who beat him regularly. Of course he's got a head injury.
There's a head injury, yep.
As if his frontal lobe was developing, he didn't even learn his name.
Exactly.
Let alone
he thought his
learn-
name was fucking Pee-wee.
So
How depressing would that be?
you can't even, like, you don't even learn your name. You're gonna learn how to treat people? Like, that is part of raising a human, is raising them to know what is right.
Around men who abuse you and probably your mum and your like siblings
As
too. That's what you
shitty-
grew up thinking. That's how
Well, exactly.
you're meant to treat people.
Like, as shitty as it is, that is literally...
How are you meant to know any better when you're not taught any better?
He's not taught anything. The
No.
only way he's learning is through observation.
Violence,
Which is that. That is what he is observing. That is what he's learning that humans do to other humans.
Yeah.
Like, he is a monster that is made. Literally.
Yeah. Made from birth. Okay. Yeah, so the same thing happened as last time, where he was sent to prison because, you know, committed arson and assaulted a woman with a hammer.
Was he sent to prison or reform school?
Prison... Because he was 18.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Where's better? So the same thing happened here, where he was raped by his inmates, but this time he, dare I say, grew some balls? I'm not sure if that's the right wording, but anyway, this time when he was raped, he fought back and slit the throat of his rapist.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, kudos. I don't know.
Gaskins received an extra 3 years on his sentence because of this, but once in his life, he was the aggressor and not the victim in these situations.
So did you say he murdered a human and he got 3 extra years?
Yeah. He murdered a fellow inmate. I guess the police officers looked at it and they were like, you know what, yeah, he was raping you, but you did kill him, so we do have to punish you, but just we'll make it a little bit...
I mean, I don't, like, I get it. Like, it's I'm not, like...
Who?
But...
Who wants some rando's dick up your bum?
I mean, no, I get it. Like, I get why he did it, and I get why,
It would
why
be
the thing was, like,
I
not so
do
serious,
understand why he fought back.
But... Oh, I fucking would if somebody was raping me.
Yeah.
I'd
Who
try to
wouldn't?
slit their throat
Yeah.
and pop out somebody's eyeball if they fucking came at me.
He escaped briefly from prison in 1955, but was recaptured and sentenced again until he was eventually released in 1961.
I bet he got more time for trying to escape than he did for killing someone.
Yep, he got an extra 6 years.
Why is that so funny to me? Oh, shit.
This didn't last long, however, as he was sent back a year later for statutory rape.
Statutory rape.
Thank you. It wasn't
Rape
until...
on a minor.
Oh. Yeah.
I think is what it is.
Oh, let's look it up again.
Yeah.
Thank you. It wasn't until 1968 that Gaskins spent a significant time without being sent to prison. It was fortunate for him, but now at 35, he had become more lethal than ever. So even though he says that he wasn't sent to prison, that doesn't mean that he didn't do bad things. So
Statutory rape, sexual intercourse with a minor.
Well, Pee-wee, you fucked up.
Oh, I think that was a while ago.
Yeah. Okay, and here is... I have here it's labelled as his first kill, but I think he killed that guy who raped him. Like, he slit the throat.
It says here about the difference, between rape and statutory rape. Statutory rape and rape are very different crimes. Rape requires force, fear, and other intimidation in order to complete the act of sexual intercourse. Statutory rape is the act of having consensual intercourse of someone who you know or should have known is under the age of 18.
Right.
So, you should have fucking known better. You did it anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, a child can't give...
No, they can't give legal consent.
Yeah, legal consent. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. He killed for the first time in September 1969. Now, I only looked at one source for this research, which was my book. Okay. And it doesn't necessarily say that the guy he slit the throat of died, but it also said that this was his first kill.
Ah, so maybe he only got 3 years because it was attempted then.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say that, but I was like, no, surely if he slit his throat, he didn't kill him.
A prison shank can only do so much.
That's a good point.
So it does kind of make sense.
That's why I was like, I was almost thinking with 3 years, did he kill someone? But then I was like, nah, surely he slit their throat, that's pretty. But,
Maybe he just, nicked it.
Yeah.
Who knows? His first kill happened in September 1969, and it was the torturing and murder of a hitchhiker before drowning her in a swamp.
Oh,
quote, "All I could think about is how I could do anything I wanted to her," he later wrote in his memoir.
He has a memoir?
He does have a memoir.
Did you read it?
No.
Oh.
I had one source. I wasn't fucked. She was to be the first of many hitchhikers to become one of Gaskins' victims. All being picked up from the back roads between Sumter and Charleston. I don't know where in America this is, but it's in America. I did do my research.
Do you know what's funny?
What?
I was going to say there's a town, and I just said there's a towel, and I know that that's in the audio, and I really want to edit it out, but I don't think I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna leave it in
because I think it's while I'm talking.
Yeah. So there's a towel.
There's a towel.
No,
Guys,
there's a town called Charleston near here. Here.
Is it?
It's on the way to the Adelaide Hills.
Really?
Yeah.
I go through the Adelaide Hills for uni though. That's
whereabouts though. From here to the Adelaide Hills, you have to go through Anguston and through Mount Pleasant and all that.
Yeah, no, I don't go that way.
Yeah, no.
Okay. I skip all that. While most serial killers try to stay incognito, Gaskins opted for a more visually appealing kind of ride, I guess you could say. He had a purple hearse with a plastic skeleton hanging from his rearview mirror.
He had a hearse. Yeah. He drove a hearse
it
as his
wasn't
car.
Just a hearse. It was a purple hearse.
But bright purple though? I'm gonna see those hearse.
Probably.
I'm gonna be honest, if I could have a hearse as my car.
This is the 60s.
They were kind of popular. A lot of people had them for not that. that. Carrying body syndrome.
When he was asked why he chose such a vehicle, his response would typically be, because I like to kill people. Like, when people would come up to him and be like, oh, why did you choose a bright purple car? He'd be like, because I like to kill people. That was his actual response.
There's no way people thought he was serious. They
Yeah,
were
no,
like,
they didn't.
They were like, okay.
They didn't. They just
Gonna
thought it was a
walk away.
joke. Another noticeable red flag was that he would store dynamite in his fridge and vats of sulfuric acid in his backyard. I know! Of all places to put dynamite.
I mean, does
The
it make
fridge.
it less reactive?
I don't know.
But also, where do you get dynamite?
We flunked out of science. I don't get
They
it.
didn't teach us where to get dynamite. And like, what? They're gonna say,
Where to
hey,
store it.
when you buy the dynamite, keep
Put it in your fridge.
It must be refrigerated for 14 days after opening. Thank you. What do you mean? No. Nobody learns that. They even teach us how to do tax.
Dude.
They'd be more likely to teach us how to store our dynamite than teach us how to do tax.
Oh, God.
And sulfuric acid in the backyard.
In the backyard.
I would have thought that should go in the fridge too, but hey, who am I?
You know what? No.
Pee-wee knows best.
Are you a pleb? Like, why would you do that?
Damn.
I know. How dare you not know any better? Get up to Pee-wee's
Dude, I
standard.
wonder if he had like, you'd have like a specific, like mini fridges, like bar fridges? He just has one. But instead you open it up and there's no beer, there's a stick of dynamite. What?
Surprise!
I don't know how to feel about that, honestly. If I went to your house, went to grab the
Hey,
milk.
Pee-wee, can I have a beer? Yeah, sure. Go to the mini fridge. Poof.
Oh my god.
Do you see why I wanted to record this visually?
Yes.
It's fucking funny. Gaskin's need for murder soon grew, and his hunting grounds grew closer to home. In November 1970, he raped and murdered his own 15-year-old niece, Janice Kirby. I'm so sorry for laughing. This is a serious. Why did I fucking say it like that?
You sound like one of those really badly automated toys.
Janice I'm so sorry. Okay, let's be serious. In November 1970, he raped and murdered his own 15-year-old niece, Janice Kirby, and one of her friends. In 1973, he committed one of his most horrifying murders. These victims were two of his neighbours, Doreen Dempsey, a 23-year-old, who was pregnant, 8 months pregnant, with her 1-year-old daughter.
My god.
It didn't actually say what he did.
Okay.
Again, I had one source. I'm sorry. Well, shut up. At this time, no one suspects Gaskins to be a sex killer, but a few of his closer acquaintances knew that he was well prepared to murder if there was a reasonable reward at stake. Yeah.
Sticks of dynamite?
Wait, would the 6 of dynamite be the reward, or...?
Use it as like a bargaining chip. Like there's a desk that you go up to. And they just reward you with dynamite.
Like how in, what's that? John Wick with the coins, but it's dynamite.
I just want to know where he got it.
Slams dynamite, shake it, not stir. In February of 1975, a woman named Suzanne Kipper Owens hired Gaskins to kill her boyfriend, a wealthy farmer named Silas Barnwell Yates. Suzanne and Pee-wee considered marriage as a way to like cover up the murder, but things led down a different path, and Gaskins ended up killing 4 more people to hide the murder of Silas instead. I don't exactly know who these people are. Again, one source, because I'm a lazy bitch, but...
Did you say he killed 4 people to hide the one?
Yeah, well, there was, like, quote-unquote witnesses. So, like, he was hired by someone, so he would have killed her. And then she would have, like, probably told other people. I'm pretty
messy.
Sure. Yeah, one of the victims was Diane Bellamy Nelly, who was involved in Gaskin's main business, a stolen car racket. So, like, he would steal cars and sell them. And she would initially, like, help Gaskins hide up the killings. So...
It's messy when you get other people involved.
Yeah, if you're gonna be a killer, do it solo.
Like that.
I should not be giving this advice.
No, but like even killer couples, one of them always rats the other out.
Yeah.
Like it is never. The second you get caught, you're thrown under the bus. Like no matter how much.
Yeah.
Like no, just.
I mean, as much as I would sit here and be like, Rachel, if we were to kill people together, you can't rat me in. There's no way for sure that you wouldn't.
I probably
like,
would, I'm not gonna lie.
We're both best friends. Like, we've been best friends for years. But if I killed someone, I know for sure that you would tell on me. Please do. Because...
Yeah.
If I get head trauma and I start killing people, you have full responsibility to turn my ass in. I give you that permission now. It is now on record.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
You're welcome. Why are you thanking me? Due to the large number of people who ended up as victims to his killings, Gaskins should have been sentenced to death. However, he was able to convince the police through endless deals on the terms that he wouldn't get the death penalty. So, he would give information about the people he killed and like stuff like that, as long as he wasn't put on death penalty. With the cooperation of Gaskin's confession, his requests were followed through in May 1976, and he was convicted of 1 murder, then was charged another 9 life sentences in 1978. This, however, wasn't the end of his killing spree. Gaskins accepted 1 more contract to kill the death row prisoner Randolph Tyner.
I was gonna say, how the fuck did he manage that if he's been convicted?
Yeah. So, I did a little bit of research. I mainly just copied and pasted this. But Randolph Tyner is actually... He's a serial killer. In March of 1978, Rudolph Tyner, a 24-year-old junkie from New York, robbed a mom-and-pop grocery, which is basically just a family-owned grocery.
Heard about that.
I didn't know what that meant. In Morals Inlet, he took $200 and the lives of both Mum and Pop, Myrtle and Bill Moon. Tyler was quickly caught and sentenced to the electric chair. Gaskins was able to rig a bomb in Tyner's radio, which ended up killing him. So just imagine that. You just sit
the dynamite, man!
How would he sneak that in?
No, but like he's been practically fucking knows it. He's kept it in his fridge. You reckon every time he like, you know, went to
prison pocket.
Ugh. What are they like? He's like, go home. In my mini fridge, there's a stick of dynamite. I need you to bring that. In prison. Like, can you fucking imagine? No, that's not what happened.
No, I think he like made a bomb out of like other radios or something like that and like put it in. But just imagine just sitting there listening to the morning news or just jamming out having fun and then it fucking in your face. Your innocent little radio. That's not nice.
Criminals are so creative.
They are. He was very street smart.
Zach and I went to the Adelaide jail.
Yeah.
And there's like an exhibit on all of the things that the prisoners made there. They are so creative.
Really?
And then there's a wall that has locks on it, like the locks that were in the prison. And then the, quote, keys, like, in air quotes, the keys that the prisoners made to unlock those. And it's a wall for you to try it yourself, to try and unlock the locks with what they'd used.
Oh my god.
It's fucking impossible. We spent so long trying to do it. And like we didn't even get close. It's really cool.
But did they unlock the...
Yeah, they like these.
Oh
those were the types of like they were keys that they used to, like, escape.
Damn.
Yeah.
Anyway, after he killed this guy, the police didn't let this one slide, and he was sentenced to death by the electric chair, which took place in 1991. And that's Pee Wee Gaskins.
Is it... Oh, no. I was gonna say...
He did! There is no more.
No, I was gonna say, like anything that anybody said in his later life, but they probably wouldn't be because, like, he had no family, really. Not that, like...
Yeah, not really. He didn't really have many friends either. Like, the person who was, like, his business partner who helped him, like, sell stolen cars and keep his murders on the wraps, he killed. Well, that was one of the 4 victims that he killed to hide that Silas murder.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was he still short when he went to prison? Oh,
yeah, he was 5'2", at tallest.
I gotta love that. I love that.
He tiny
So
man.
he was still Pee-wee.
Yeah, he's still Pee-wee.
Oh, God. What a little man.
A little jolly man.
I don't know, he's so jolly. Damn, okay.
Yeah. Again, do you see why I wanted to, like, visually record this?
Oh my god.
It was funny. I like these, like, more light-hearted cases because
It's good
they
to, like, go
help
in
even
between.
out yours. Yours are fucking intense.
My next one's got a funny element to it.
Isn't your next one really, really long, though?
No.
No?
No.
No? Okay, well,
This
mine
is the
after
one.
it is.
And then my one after that is really, really long.
Right, got it.
So this next one I'm doing has that, like, funny aspect to it.
Okay, awesome. 2 funny ones in a row. You guys have it. Are in for a treat. A psychological treat.
Is your one after this, like, really...
It's a Somerton Man.
See, I don't know everything about that. Is it, like...
Okay, it just makes you think. It's not, like, gruesome, but it makes you think.
Cool, because my one after that is gruesome.
Yeah, I know
So-
it is. That's why we need cases like fucking Pee-wee.
I bring you guys down such a level, like...
You do.
Oh.
Every time I come here, I have to, like, mentally prepare myself to get depressed.
Shit. I love that my house is known for that. Jeez.
Who needs a haunted house? Just come here to Rachel's. Do an episode with us.
We'll give you PTSD. Jesus.
Oh, God. But yeah. That's good old Pee Wee Gaskins.
Do you want to link
I
us?
love how his last name is Gaskins. Pee Wee Gaskins. I feel like it's a great name.
It is a good name. But, like, imagine, like, Donald Gaskins. Nah.
Good old Pee Wee.
I feel like Donald Gaskins would be a businessman.
He would be a politician.
Oh. A dirty politician.
Yeah.
A dirty politician.
Politician.
Yep.
Trump.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You got the orange man, you got the little man.
Vote for Pee Wee.
Jesus. You want to link our stuff?
Yeah. Sometimes I sit here and I'm like, should we really be laughing at these, like, cases? Or, like, during these cases? Because I feel like, to some degree, it's disrespectful. But at the same time, the whole point of our podcast was to be light-hearted.
Well, exactly. Is to, like, make it listenable.
Yeah, so you don't leave it feeling depressed.
Well, exactly.
You felt a little bit depressed throughout it, but at the same time, we kind of break it up with laughter.
Yeah.
Or at least we try to.
That's the plan.
I feel like we're getting better at it, though, as we, like, every episode we record.
Yeah.
We're getting more comfortable with it.
I think so.
Compared to the first episode. I don't even want to listen to the first episode. I won't lie.
I almost do, just to see.
I don't.
But I've, like, laughed.
We recorded that shit 3 times.
Literally.
That was...
If we listen to it, can we even hear it, or...?
Probably not. The mic back then was so bad.
Oh, well.
Anyway, thank you guys for listening. I hope you liked this case. If you guys liked it, please follow us on any of the streaming platforms that you're currently listening to us to. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Terra Australis Podcast and on Twitter at Australis Terra.
Yeah.
Okay. Subscribe to our YouTube. There won't be a lot of videos up there at the moment because I'm still figuring it out and all that. But subscribe to it. I think it's Terra Australis.
It'll be something like that. We'll put it in the link tree.
Yeah. You can find the link tree in any one of our socials bio.
Yeah.
So if you guys have any case recommendations or any terror tales or anything of the sorts, please email us at terrastralispodcast@gmail.com. And I think that's all.
Yep. Remember to keep your dynamite in the fridge, guys.
Yes, always.
Very important.
Don't let it be near your sulfuric acid.
No.
Don't you dare.
Check the use by dates.
Yeah, of course. It'll go off like milk.
Oh my god.
I can't.
We will see you next week.
Yes, we will catch you on the flip side.
Bye, Terrace.
Bye.